Sudan, Africa's third largest country, has been ravaged by more than 2 years of civil war. The conflict has killed tens of thousands of people, displaced 13 million, and created what the United Nations describes as the world's worst humanitarian crisis. But also, among all those casualties is scientific progress. According to the Sudanese National Academy of Sciences, more than 100 universities and research centers among the most reputable in Africa have been damaged or looted. There's already an outbreak of cholera and other diseases are spreading. Here to tell us more about one specifically is France 24's Shirli Sitbon. Hello to you, Shirli. Many might not know about mycetoma. It's a rare disease. Epicenter is in Sudan. The world's only research center is in Sudan. It has been partially destroyed in the violence. What more can you tell us?
Well, what is indeed mycetoma? I didn't know about it before hearing about this destruction. It's a disease that is inflammatory. It's caused by fungi or bacteria. And if it can lead to tumor-like growths. If it's not treated properly, it can cause severe deformities and permanent disabilities. How do people get infected with it? Basically, just with thorns of the acacia shrub. And Sudan apparently has all of the conditions to have this disease. And the people who are infected are the poorest ones working in the fields with no shoes. So yes, they're hurt by this. We can see these images, which are of the destruction of this site. Just before the war started, they had a major breakthrough in this center. They had this new drug to help patients, thousands and thousands of patients they've been treating to improve their lives. This was the center before the destruction we just saw, a center that was created about 40 years ago. Now, the first case of mycetoma was over 100 years ago, and from generation of Sudanese doctors, they transmitted this heritage of knowledge about this disease, and everything was gathered in this center. All of the elements, they managed to gather various things that were lost since. For example, they had this biobank that contained rare fungus and bacteria, microorganisms. They collected over 40 years samples and biopsies for research on genetics. They had equipment which was destroyed, also ultrasound machines, the pharmacy, all the things that they had to give for free to patients who didn't have the means, of course, to get it anywhere else. This is the only place in the world where they had this, and they gave it out for free, helping patients also with their daily lives. So yes, all this was destroyed. When the war started basically the situation became very dangerous, the team on the ground tried to move all they could to areas where the violence was not as intense, trying to keep as much as possible, moved from one place to the other as the forces advanced and the fighting advanced to their areas. Now, in the end, they were able to go back to Khartoum, where the initial center was, and that's when they discovered all the destruction. And now they want, of course, to rebuild.
Yeah, such a loss. You spoke to the director of the center. What did he tell you?
Well, it was a call for help because they really need help from the international community. And he explained to me why it was so difficult to get this help. Dr. Fahal talking about the treatment, which is extremely difficult for the patients, very lengthy, and also why pharmaceutical companies are not very interested in finding drugs to help the patients.
The treatment of mycetoma is both lengthy and difficult, with a lot of side effects, because there is no new drug for treating mycetoma in the pipelines, because it affects the poorest of the poor around the globe. Many of the pharmaceutical companies are not much interested to produce new drugs for mycetoma because of the revenue will not be satisfactory for them.
Now, the only thing they managed to preserve is the file, because it was preserved electronically, of the patients who were suffering from this, thousands of patients, and the rest was all destroyed. And that is why Dr. Fahal is calling out for help, because even various deals they had, cooperation deals, well, they just vanished because the center was partially destroyed. So he wants to restart this. So this is really a call out for help to scientists across the world. And pharmaceutical labs and international organizations.
It really is very devastating, but let's hope they can rebuild bigger and better than ever. Shirli, thank you so much, Shirli Sitbon, from our international desk.